Welcome to Unfiltered. Guess what? Today is Taco Day. October 4th is Taco Day. So get a taco today. It's Taco Day. Tacos predate the 1519 arrival of Spanish conquistadors in Mexico, which was only 497 years ago. There's a bunch of stuff here. There are so many varieties of tacos available today that all tastes can be accommodated. Be they traditional like the tacos dorada, better known as taquitos to most, or non-traditional like the hard shell tacos that come in kits and break into a million pieces when bitten. Yeah. Anyway, it's Taco Day. We're going to get to some more special days in October a little bit later. But I thought, being as how Taco Day is today, didn't want you to miss it. You've only got a few hours left by the time this airs. What's been going on this week? Let's start with probably the top news of the week. Kim Kardashian was robbed in Paris. The thieves got away with $10 million in jewelry. Here's the story as I heard it. Apparently, or allegedly, the concierge brought two policemen, or criminals that were dressed like policemen, counterfeit policemen, to Kim Kardashian's room in her hotel, where they tied her up, put her in a bathtub, and stole her jewelry. Number one, does the concierge still have his job? Number two, when you travel to other countries, here's a tip. Don't bring $10 million worth of jewelry. Who the hell travels with $10 million worth of jewelry? That's the stupidest damn thing I've ever heard. But again, leave it to the rich and entitled to do whatever they want. With the way things are in the world today, I wouldn't travel with $200 worth of anything. Plain and simple. Number one traveling tip. Only bring what you're willing to lose. Take that. I mean, especially you're going to fly to Paris. Chris, you can't fly from Manchester, New Hampshire to Boston without the airlines losing your luggage. Now, whether this was a real robbery, whether it was a hoax, whether it was, a publicity stunt, it doesn't matter. What matters is you learn from this. And you don't travel with a whole lot of jewelry, especially to other countries. One of the sad things is because this happened in Paris to Kim Kardashian, Kanye West, who was in the middle of doing a concert when he heard the news, stopped his concert. And all the people that paid for tickets basically lost out. I don't know whether they got their money back or not, but dumb. Well, what else went on this weekend? Patriots lost. Saw that coming. The Red Sox blew their home field advantage for the playoffs because all of a sudden they started playing like crap, which, again, I kind of saw coming. And if you're a true Red Sox fan, you've seen it time and time again, where the Red Sox will play great, they'll play great, they'll play great, they'll play the best year they've ever played, and they get in the playoffs and they lose every game after that. And they're out of the playoffs in the blink of an eye. I don't know why it happens. I don't know, the psychology of it. I mean, maybe the players are a little overconfident. Who knows? On the other hand, this weekend, Tom Brady's back, and we'll see. Again, Tom Brady is like, the president. One guy is not going to win the game. It's going to take Tom Brady doing a great job. It's also going to take everybody else on that team to do a great job. And that's one of the problems with football. I mean, it's hard to get all those guys, and I'm not really a sports nut, so I don't know exactly how many guys. I think it's 12 guys or 11 guys on that field at one time. You have to get all those guys to play at a certain level all at the same time. And that's hard. So I guess that was the other news this weekend. Oh, wait. There was Donald Trump's tax returns and the blowback from that all weekend. Crazy blowback. Apparently, Trump turned in, or somebody. Now, I've heard stories that this may be a whole legal issue as far as who got a hold of his tax forms and who released them, and, is that kind of stuff legal? Privacy concerns? I don't know. Because I don't think tax returns are under the Freedom of Information Act. They might be, I'm not sure. But anyway, apparently it showed that in 1995 he lost like $900 million. Some people screamed about that, Oh, and on top of losing the one of the things that happened because he lost $900 million is because of the losses, the tax laws, say that can bleed over and reduce his taxes and actually even make it so that he doesn't have to pay taxes for up to 18 years. That can go on. People saying, the first thing I heard was, oh, if he's such a genius, why did he lose $900 million? Well, you know something? That kind of crap happens in big business. Politicians don't know about it because how is a politician going to lose money? They're not in business to lose money. All they do is take. And you think $900 million is a great loss. Let me think about a couple other losses that have happened over the years that you folks, I'm sure, will remember. Goldman Sachs. How much did they lose? Oh, I forgot. They lost nothing because the government bailed them out. The government gave those companies our money. That's right. Trump didn't ask for no subsidies. Oh, please help keep me afloat. Trump didn't do that. Goldman Sachs did. Fannie Mae did. All of these big banking businesses that own the government, they weren't taking any losses. Because as soon as it looked like they were going to take losses, they cried and whined, and the government said, oh, don't worry, we'll give you taxpayer money to fix you. Donald Trump sucked it up. He took the loss. That's what business people do. You suck it up, you move on. And a lot of people say, oh, he didn't pay taxes, blah, 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 for 18 years. Yeah. You know why he didn't pay taxes? Because the people that write the tax codes write it to benefit rich, fat cats like him. And just a piece of information, Donald Trump didn't write the tax laws. He was just using them. How many of you folks take your taxes to a tax person to save yourself taxes? To keep more of your money in your pocket so the government doesn't get it and spend it blowing up brown people. Or bailing out big banks. Here's another little loss for you. How about BP oil? How much did they lose? Not as much as you'd think because they got government subsidies. Again, taxpayer money to shore up these people who should have been driven right out of business. There should be no BP oil anymore. This is the hypocrisy of your government. This is the hypocrisy of your politicians. Nobody can understand why Trump supporters aren't leaving his side, no matter what he does. He's not a politician. Bing! Light bulb comes on, should come on over every politician's head that says, maybe if I don't act like a politician, I'll be better off. Well, there you go. The problem with politicians is they act like politicians. They say one thing, they do the opposite. They back big business and people that have millions and millions of dollars in their pockets, and they don't give a crap about you and I. The people that actually make this country move. Yeah. When the government needs to make cuts, it doesn't cut from the top, it cuts from the bottom. And you know what that means? That means instead of cutting one guy at the top, they cut 50 guys from the bottom. And it's the same amount of money. Smarten up, America. Politicians have got us to where we are. It's time to look to somebody who's not a politician, who's not in it just for the power. We need somebody that cares about the country. And politicians don't care about this country. They're selling it left and right. Believe me. I was going to say something else. Oh, yeah, I realized something. Last week we were talking about the presidential debate. And there was a lot of talk during the debate about the Iraq War. Who's responsible for the Iraq War? Who's in support or in opposition to the Iraq War when it first started? And of course, Hillary voted to go to war. Donald Trump has said all along that he was against the Iraq War, and he warned people about the Iraq War. During the debate, Hillary, brought up the fact that blah, 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 in such and such an interview, you said you were for the Iraq War. Here's another little piece of information from me to you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if Donald Trump was for or against the Iraq War. And you want to know why? Because he had nothing to do with it. He didn't vote for the Iraq War. He wasn't a politician. He didn't get a vote. They didn't call him and say, "Oh, Donald, should we go to war?" And when Donald said, "Yeah," they went, "Okay, let's go." It wasn't up to Donald Trump. Donald Trump, at that point, was just a citizen. Again, like you and I. We had no say as to whether we were going to war or not. Some people thought we should, some people thought we shouldn't, but it didn't matter. What mattered was what the people in politics, in the political system, the people in our government, it was their decision. It wasn't Donald Trump's decision. So whether he was for or against it, it's a moot point. It shouldn't even be, and again, that is being used to confuse the American people. They're measuring Donald Trump like they measure politicians. And he's not a politician. It's just that simple. You can't blame any of the world's problems on Donald Trump. He had nothing to do with them. Maybe if you worked at Trump Towers in Atlantic City when it went under, maybe you could blame him for that, losing your job or whatever, you know? But you can't blame Donald Trump for the wars. You can't blame Donald Trump for ISIS. You can't blame Donald Trump for Ferguson, Missouri. That falls on the people in government. Hillary Clinton is mad about saying, you know, I've been in public office for 30 years, and she hasn't done anything. The economy's been going south for 30 years. She hasn't been fixing it. When Hillary became Secretary of State, ISIS was like 2 guys. And they've spread, and they've spread, and they've spread. Who's responsible for that? Hillary Clinton, among others. It doesn't make any sense. So don't blame Trump for the Iraq War. Don't worry about whether he was for or against it, because he was just a citizen. You know, back at that time, I was all for it. Yes, these SOBs have weapons of mass destruction. Let's go in and wipe them out, because that's what we were told. We were told Iraq was bad, they had weapons of mass destruction, they were killing their own people, they were being just typical bad government guys. Yes, go and blow the hell out of them. I was in the Navy. The motto, peace through superior firepower. That's right. You kill everybody around you, then you have peace. Reason nobody's bothering you anymore. Of course you're going to have peace. Stupid. Don't blame Trump for that. When you look at Trump as a businessman, yeah. I mean, I'm sure there are business people that watch me. Look at your own businesses. You go up and down as business. If you're a small business, you go up and down like this. If you're a huge business, You go up and down like this. Some years you're here, some years you're here. You know? And the fact that you can use the tax code is how a lot of these millionaires and billionaires got rich in the first place. By using loopholes. It's the same thing when you take your taxes, all your little paperwork and your receipts and everything else down to H&R Block, and you go, oh, here, genius guy with the glasses and the little, adding computer, figure it out so that I only pay what I very have to. We all do that. We all want to pay the least amount of taxes that we have to, keep as much of our money for ourselves. It's the same thing that Trump does. Only Trump does it on a scale that we can't even imagine. All big businesses do. And again, I point back to Goldman Sachs and those financial companies that are going, even insurance companies. Insurance companies were worried because nobody was buying health insurance. Nobody's buying insurance anymore. Nobody's buying insurance. What does the government do? The government comes in and says, people, you have to buy insurance or we're going to fine you. Again, did nothing for the healthcare system. Did nothing about rising costs of pharmaceuticals and procedures and all that stuff. And mad profits by medical corporations. No, all I did was shore up the insurance companies, make sure the insurance companies make money. Again, and you can bet these insurance companies try and pay as little taxes as they can. How much taxes did Hillary pay on her little speech money from the banks? Let's look at that kind of stuff. Hillary giving her 20-minute speeches for $2.5 million or whatever at a pop, Stupid. All right, I've got under 5 minutes left, so let me run down some more of the, and we've been, I've been kind of ranting a little bit, and I know you folks like that, but it takes a lot out of me, and I've still got to work a full day today. So let me talk about some fun stuff, and these are special days in October. So get your calendars ready. I'll give you a minute and your pencil, and we're going to run down some days in October that you should be aware of. For instance, tomorrow, October 5th, is Do Something Nice Day. Doesn't matter what, just do something nice. Do something to make somebody else's life better. Buy somebody a cup of coffee. Give a homeless person $1. But do something nice. October 6th, it's a long paragraph and I didn't read it, is Mad Hatter Day. It's all about being completely silly, named after the Mad Hatter from Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. October 7th is Frap Day. Have a frap on October 7th. October 8th is an even more important day for us regional folks here up in New England. October 8th is Fluffernutter Day. That's right. Get out and stock up on your marshmallow fluff. Marshmallow fluff, peanut butter, 2 slices of Wonder Bread, because Wonder Bread builds bodies 12 ways. At least they used to when I was a kid. Probably just causes cancer now. But it's Fluffernutter Day on October 8th. October 9th is Chess Day. The 10th is Angel Food Cake Day. The 11th is Sausage Pizza Day. Not to be confused with Pepperoni Pizza Day, which is another totally different day. October is International, this is an international day, International Moment of Frustration Scream Day. So take just a minute and scream as loud as you can to work all that anger and frustration out of your body. It doesn't take much. October 13th, an important one, Train Your Brain Day. The 14th pays homage to bald people. It is Be Bald and Be Free Day. The 15th is Grouch Day. Everybody loves a grouch, from Oscar the Grouch to Jay from Modern Family. Living with one, not so much. Being one, sucks. But today you don't have to feel bad about ruining everybody's fun. It's practically mandatory. October 16th is Dictionary Day. 17th is National Edge Day. October 19th is Evaluate Your Life Day. Sounds important. The 18th is Chocolate Cupcake Day for all you chocolate cupcake lovers. The 21st, October 21st, is Reptile Awareness Day. So kiss a lizard or a snake or something crawly and creepy. The 22nd is Color Day. The 23rd, believe it or not, is iPod Day. October 25th is Greasy Food Day. So hit all your favorite diners on Greasy Food Day. October 27th, dear to my heart, Navy Day. It was founded in 1922 to coincide with the birthday of the President of the United States voted most likely to kick all kinds of ass, Teddy Roosevelt. That's right. Roosevelt was a huge fan of the Navy. Over the years, people have tried to incorporate Navy Day into Armed Forces Day, or it'd be changed to October 13th, as this was the date the Navy was founded back in 1775. So on October 27th, spend some time learning about the Navy and honoring all those souls deemed lost at sea. October 29th is Hermit Day. So close yourselves in and don't talk to anybody. October 30th is Haunted Refrigerator Night. And October 31st is Knock Knock Joke Day. So break out your favorite knock knock jokes on October 31st, because it's Knock Knock Joke Day. And with that, my time's up. We've wasted another half hour that you're never going to get back. If you're on Facebook, share me. Take a half an hour away from somebody else. And if you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. You'll be able to waste a half an hour every week. Till next time, I'm Rick Blood. This is Unfiltered. Peace.